All right, I'm back again. Sorry, I had to do something messed up. So come on in, y'all. I mean, if y'all are here, y'all support in and everything. I respect that. I respect all of that. Y'all are great folks, nice people to meet and talk to. Sorry, there she is. Hey, Trail Dog, man. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I had to talk to my grandmother and make sure she was all right. Everybody knows how that goes. So when do you think, Trail Dog? When do you think it will start getting chilly up there, getting cold? Like I said, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on like camping up north and up in Minnesota and Canada and stuff like that, and watch fishing videos. I don't know. I want to see how that is. And well, I'll tell you this too about. Oh yeah, sit by the fire. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's the best thing. That's what I mean. What was it? I guess about December 12th last year to have a wood. Yeah, hell yeah. But about December 12th around here last year, we got 12 inches of snow and ain't had that much snow here. We got 3, 4, 5 inches, and we had snowmageddon a while back with ice, but got 12 inches where I live at, and that's the first time we got that much snow since the blizzard of '93. It was crazy. It was crazy. But so Treadall, what do you think those lights were? Didn't have enough snow. You didn't have enough snow this year, so it was friggin' cold. We Hell, we had probably about this past year for where I live. We had about 20 inches this year. I would think we had a 12 or 13 inch snow, then a 4 inch snow, then a 2 inch. That's a lot for where I live. A lot. That's crazy, man. And I don't know. I'm not trying to talk politics, but it was crazy that after I watched that, Jen had it on her phone, showing it live, and then I clicked over for a second. Yeah, true, true. Like igloos and stuff like that. But um, Jen had it, and that stuff. It's crazy how they were doing that, but it's funny how they're trying to start a. Trump wants to start a space like program for war. I mean, not war, but like military space program. So there's got to be something going on. I believe there's you. I don't believe that we're the only other planet in the universe. I mean, there's too many videos on YouTube of damn spaceships going into the damn ocean and stuff like that. It's crazy. No, I've never seen nothing like that either. I've seen years ago when I was a kid. I seen a green. It's before they had drones and everything. I seen a green light pass through the sky, and that's the only kind of weird stuff like that I've ever seen. But I didn't know what it was. It was crazy. But yeah, that is crazy. I mean, you got some good footage. You're gonna get some views off that, or you should, because there's all kinds of people out there looking for that, looking for stuff like that. It's crazy. I don't. Other than they got this thing on YouTube now. Oh, let me ask you this, Trail Dog. How about you live up there in the mountains, or not in the mountains, in Minnesota, up there in the land of 10,000 lakes? I think it is. If I said that wrong, I'm sorry again. But what about Bigfoot? What are your thoughts on Bigfoot? if you don't mind me asking. Sorry, I got 30 years old losing my hair. It's a nice night. It's not that humid out. We're supposed to have thunderstorms all day. Yeah, hey, take your time, man. There ain't no rush here. There ain't no rush. None at all. My channel, I wanted to be like Miss Jen's channel. Everybody talking, everybody have love for each other and respect. No drama. None whatsoever. So take your time. Let me know. Because I'm interested in that. Very interested. Because, I mean, y'all got a lot more woods and stuff up there. And everything. Hey, Teresa. Welcome back. Thank you for coming back. It's me and Trail Dog. Just chatting it up for a few minutes. Talking about, I hope you don't mind, I asked him about Bigfoot. Because he lives in Minnesota. He had the lights in the sky, which was crazy how they kept breaking off, too. I mean, that was some good video that he had. Damn good video. What you doing, Teresa? All right, I'm sorry, Trello. I'm reading it right now. Bigfoot not going to say I don't and do. I've seen stuff. That's what to believe in. Oh yeah, no doubt. No doubt. You crack chat my first live stream tonight. I'm sorry, Teresa. Say that again, please. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was in there for a few minutes, or when you were on live stream. If you check out my first live, yeah, I was there. I couldn't really see nothing. Okay, yeah, true, trail dog. I said it on live stream earlier. I had a good buddy of mine that I used to pay him to do my homework when I was in college. He's a very smart guy, but we went up to the North Georgia mountains, and it was just us there. It was right before winter hit, and we were sleeping in a tent, and you see that Bigfoot or Finding Bigfoot on the Travel Channel, whatever it is. I started hitting the tree, and he was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm making tree knocks for the Sasquatch." Well, about 2 o'clock that morning, you could hear something just hollering, "Woo, woo!" And it freaked me out. I was like, "Grab the damn shotgun!" And I finally got back home because we didn't get service up there. I asked my dad. I said, "What's back behind there?" Used to be a cowboy, like riding Broncos and stuff like that, or riding bulls. That's awesome, man. That's great. I like that. You must be like a Chris Ledoux fan, Dwight Yoakam, all the old cowboy riders. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Teresa, you'll do great. Bareback. Hey, my uncle used to do that bareback shit. He broke his leg twice trying to break them horses in. That ain't no joke. That's a damn tough thing to do. That's a really tough thing. It ain't no joke. No joke at all. I respect that. I like that old cowboy stuff. They try to get me to when I was in high school, I was hanging out with a bunch of seniors. Yeah, my uncle had a They had about 7 or 8 horses up in Canton, where a few up north of where I live, and they had the barn and everything. He tried to get out there and ride the damn things, and he broke his leg twice where he was out there trying to break them in, and they got up against the fence and smashed his leg. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a tough sport. Them PBR guys, our pro bull riding guys, they're tough. They're tough SOBs. They try to get, like I said, team penny, team roping. No, I don't know. I don't know about that, but I respect it. That roping stuff's hard too. Like I said, they try to get me to do that crap to go. When I was a freshman in high school, I was hanging out with all the redneck hillbilly guys. That one guy on there, I remember his name. His name was Adam. I ain't gonna say his last name, but Adam H. He was out there riding one, and it bucked, and the bull bucked. When it did, he went forward and knocked all his damn teeth out. He had to get his mouth wired shut. I told my mom I was gonna do that with all of them. They wanted to. She thought I was gonna be riding a mechanical bull. No, but it was real ones, and I never did it. But there's a few of them that got scholarships to go to college for bareback riding, and some of them that roping. A few of them are pretty good at it. That ain't no joke, being a cowboy. I mean, kind of reminds. It's not saying it's fairy tale, but it kind of reminds you of Clint Eastwood movies, John Wayne movies, stuff like that. You know, good movies. Young Guns with Emilio Estevez, Young Guns 1, Young Guns 2. I mean, who wouldn't want to live that lifestyle back in the day? You know, it glorified it so much. Billy the Kid. It'd have been great. Let me see here. Have y'all see anything? I will do it tomorrow night again. Northern, what will you do tomorrow night? If you're still here, let me know. But yeah, okay, yeah, I'll be there to check that out. Like I said, I'm off tomorrow. Yeah, I'm happy to check out anybody's channel. Like I said, I come into your live stream looking at the lights. That's crazy. That was crazy. That stuff. You want to hear what I found on YouTube? It's kind of cool, and it's kind of freaky. I was listening to it last night. I'll be there. Just hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. Let me go see if I can see my dog in the yard so she don't go nowhere. Hey, sorry, are y'all there? Oh, look, I found her. River. There she is. There her is.
Say hey, everybody. I'm a sweetheart. I love everybody. I love to be sweet.
You get in the bath tomorrow. Appalachian Don. Where's he? What state is he in? I've heard the name. I'm not 100% sure about it. Appalachian Don. Yeah, it's ringing a bell, but it's not ringing a bell. You know what I'm saying? It has to be North Georgia. I'm gonna look him up after when I go off here, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. Appalachian Don. I guess he's a singer. I guess I'll look it up. I like that. Is it like bluegrass or something like that? I like that stuff. Okay, yeah. We have some bluegrass still channels here from up in North Georgia. A few of them, but most of them are like religious bluegrass. Yeah, I'm gonna check Appalachian Dawn out. I would like. I'm gonna see how that is. I am going to check that out for sure, no doubt, because I like music like that, and my grandmother does too. So if I when I get the chance tonight after I get off here, other than watching sports highlights from college football, but yeah, I'm gonna check that out for sure, for sure. But uh, kind of his own style. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I like music like that. Not so mainstream. Country Roads, one of his songs. I thought Country Roads was one of John Denver's songs that he sang. Sorry, I'm not trying to disagree with you at all, but I thought in that like Country Road, Take Me Home, Mountain Mama. So did he write that song? Just wondering. Sorry, I'm petting my dog too. Trying to make sure she ain't got no ticks. They're so bad around here this year. Ticks and fleas are horrible. Oh, he did his own version of it. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out at for sure. Let me actually write that down right now, or look at it again. Okay, I went back too far. Online stream. I want to go down to Appalachian Dawn. I'm gonna remember. I gotta remember. I ain't got nothing to write with. I'll tell you something, Northern. If you like, oh, you're good. Ain't no man, no big. I got the best handwriting for a guy in the world, but I can't spell for shit. But I'll tell you something. If you want to know something that you can listen to while you're just like trying to go to sleep, that will freak you out. If you want to, I mean, I listened to it last night. I had to turn it off about halfway through because it freaked me out. It's so good, and the guy's got the guy that tells the stories. It's just his voice, the way he tells it, and he's got like 300 or 400,000 subscribers. Do we have awesome Jeep? Do I have awesome Jeep? Jeep trails here? Night, Teresa. Thank you so much for coming in. Oh, there's a bunch of them. They got a bunch of public areas where you could ride four wheelers and do trail rides and everything like that. There's one right down the road, probably about 25 minutes from where I live. That's nothing but just big hills on a power line. But starting next week, the people over there get pissed off because they deer hunt and all that. But they we used to have Big Tower, but they sold it and made a subdivision over there. But used to, when I was a kid, we used to have all kinds of places to go. But there still are some around. There's a place in West Georgia. There's places all over where they do in Paul, the county over from Paulding County. They do a Christmas Eve and Christmas Day ride with everybody. So, I mean, there's still places you can go. Yeah, hell yeah, there's a bunch of it around here. We used to go to Alabama to do a bunch of it too. Just it's probably about an hour and 20 minutes away from here. Stop. No, come here. River. Ow, I hit my foot. Oh, you're from Alabama, Teresa? You ever, Anniston, Alabama? I've been to, my aunt and uncle used to live in, Tuscaloosa, Alabama. When I was in 6th grade, we were out there. I was with my grandparents visiting their house, and that's when the F5 tornado touched down in Alabama, in Tuscaloosa, where the University of Alabama is. It tore a bunch of shit up when we were out there. Alabama's a nice place. We fished a lot on the Black Warrior River. I don't know if you know where that's at, but I think I told you too. No, you're from Dothan, right? Am I not right? If you are, let me know. Because I said Dothan's one of my favorite towns on earth. I love it. It's Highway 20 going out of Atlanta. It's right on it's in the viewing area of Atlanta. So it's in on the Georgia and Alabama border. Right there. It's pretty much Georgia. Like I said, the news and everything cover our Metro Atlanta news covers them. So if they have like a tornado warning or severe thunderstorm warning, they put them in there. And it's Randolph County and Anniston, I think. Yeah. But I spent a lot of my time too in Alabama at the NASCAR track, Talladega. I spent a lot of time there. A lot of time. And I'll tell you, I don't know why it just popped in my head. When I was probably about 13 or 14, we went to Dothan and stopped in to eat a Taco Bell because we were going to Mexico Beach, Florida. Is about 20 minutes outside of Panama City. Oh my God, I seen one of the most pitiful looking dogs I've ever seen in my life. I want to take that dog home and give it help. But Dothan's such an awesome place. It's such a cool town. You know, what part of North Georgia? I know a lot of mountain towns. I'm sorry. Oh, I see what you're saying. Your cousin lives in North Georgia. Don't know what town. I've spent a lot of my life in North Georgia in the mountains. That's where actually me and my father went for my birthday back in June. Sister lives in Fort Alabama. Spelled it wrong. It's okay. No, there ain't no spelling. It ain't a spelling bee. But you know where Tuscaloosa is, where the University of Alabama is? Because you live down there around Troy University, right, Teresa? That's down there in South Alabama. I don't want to. Y'all talking about spelling. I don't want to say nothing wrong. But our trail dog, your sister lives in Fort Rucker, Alabama. Did I say that right? Okay, I have heard of that. I have. That's what I was thinking. The Army base or one of the bases there. I'm not 100% sure where it is. I ain't gonna lie and tell you I do, but I have heard of it because I mean down here we have just about 20 minutes away from where I live. That's where they build all the jets and stuff, which is Dobbins Air Force Base and big landing strip. Like when the president comes in, he will land in Marietta, Georgia, on Dobbins because it's military base. He won't land at Hartsfield. He will land sometimes in Hartsfield, but most of the time he'll land at Dobbins. You don't know what town, Trail Dog, that he lives in? Yeah, it is hot. It is. You don't know if it's if I can name off, could I name off a few names for you and the mountain counties and see if it would hit you? Let's say what town. I don't know. I love the mountains, but like I said, I want to live. I want to live in Florida. I love the beach, and like I said, it is hot, no doubt. It is hot, and it's just like people say that it pours like oh, just check the weather. No, here in Georgia. Oh, okay, Trail Dog. Well, I ain't gonna even mention it. That's on 431. I live on 52. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. But you got to go through Dothan. It's a little bit further south. Am I not right, Teresa? From you, shorter. Because I guess it is going down through. I just know when I go down off 85 and cut through and go into Phoenix City and everything and go down to Panama City. But I do want to live in Dothan. So, I mean, ever since I was about 9 or 10 years old, I always loved it there. It's such a beautiful, it's flat. I like it because y'all still got the sand from the hurricanes. It's so nice. It's such a great town. Such a great town. People are it's just like here where I live. People are so nice. A Northern Trail, it's not around Blue Ridge or Blairsville or LJ, is it? Those names don't ring a bell. Just wondering, man. I know you said that if you heard it, you wouldn't know. Okay. Dude, that's one thing, Trail Dog, about the South. Everybody's nice. I mean, most of them. I mean, you got your bad areas and you got your asshole just like anywhere, but most of the people in the South are very, very nice people and they're willing to help anybody out. Oh, yeah. Trail Dog, Blue Ridge is one of the bigger towns now up there. Or Blair, it's right outside of Blairsville. But yeah, it's right there. It's a beautiful town, man. I mean, you're right there, smack dab in it. It's right there about where the Appalachian Trail starts. Appalachian Trail starts a little bit further south than Ellijay, but it's right there. And it's a beautiful, beautiful town. And it's really right there now. As I've gotten older, it's really starting to boom there. I mean, there's a bunch of people moving there too. There's a bunch of people. Just because all the main thing, we got manufacturers here with cars. They're all over. She had a horse and stables. Okay, hell yeah. I mean, that's nice. That's nice. That's great. I mean, up there too, you can have something like that. I mean, used to where I live, you could have it. Now they just want to buy your land. But where I live, the land costs so much. About 10 years ago, um, my I had a best friend that he got killed at work. His name was Eddie, and something happened. They were doing electrician work, and they were at a factory where they make molds for like car parks in a town north of us. And he wasn't supposed to be. The manager or the foreman said, "Let's go down here and check it out." Well, the foreman made it through the mold. Well, as my buddy was walking through, the machine kicked on and smushed him. And I lost one of the best people that night. But not trying to get into that, but his grandparents sold 72 acres about 3 miles away from where I live for $10.2 million on bad land, not good land. $10.2 million what they sold it for. And thank you, Trail Dog. Yep. I talked to his dad a while back, and I go up there and see his dad all the time and hang out with him. They got $7 or $8.2 million out of a wrongful death lawsuit, which money will never bring his son back. But yeah, it was a hard thing there for a while. But hey, only the good die young, right? Yeah, seen that. People were awesome down there. Yeah, Trail Dog. I mean, it's great. It's great. Like when you go to them mountain counties, it's awesome. The only problem is you got to make sure it ain't a dry county so you can get you a beer. That's the main thing. You go up to Morganton, up there around some of the creeks we trout fish. Yeah, Northern, God have mercy, man. I'm so sorry. It's ridiculous what these police officers are doing. There's no need for that. And that's one thing that I do have an associate's degree in criminal justice, and it's one thing that stopped me from going and do that because where I live, the guy come up. I work at a taxidermy, and one of the police officers that had gotten fired from there, he's a really good friends with the owner. He come up there and told me the town that I live in, because I wanted to be a cop, and he's like, "Don't go work for it. Don't go work for the city police department." He said they are the most corrupt SOBs ever, and he wasn't lying. They are. I mean, I'm not saying that about every cop at all. I mean, we need law enforcement. We need laws. But some of these cops need to damn chill the F out and quit acting so high and mighty. Because most of these cops that do this shit are the ones that couldn't take up for themselves in high school and got picked on. Now they want to go around and pick on just law-abiding citizens and harass them. There's no need for somebody getting pulled over for doing 7 miles over the speed limit and get a $60 or $70 ticket. Let somebody go, and then everybody you see shit on the news every day. I'm not getting into it, but it's one of those things. And it's just like, I'll say I'm a Trump supporter. I was a Trump supporter from the beginning. And oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, are you Trail Dog? Are you a Milwaukee Bucks fan? Just wondering. If so, let me know. Hold on one second. I'm gonna keep going live. Hey, Trail, did you see what I said? Are you a Milwaukee Bucks fan since you're around Minnesota? I guess that's Milwaukee's in. Hell, I don't know. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, right? No, you're Minnesota. You're a Vikings fan. I know that's football. Just asking because I've seen them police harassed. Oh, okay, Trail. Who's your that's cool. I love NASCAR, man. I really do. I've been to the Daytona 500. I've been to Talladega about 7 times. I go to the Atlanta race every year. I've been to Richmond Motor Speedways. Who's your favorite driver? If I can ask. Sorry, we'll get off the politics. Hell, I like to talk about NASCAR for a few minutes. I like that stuff. Brad Keselowski. I like Brad. Bad Brad. Yep. The guy that took me to the Talladega my first year, his dad worked for Brad Keselowski. But during the nation, it was back when Brad Keselowski was racing for Junior, got in a bad crash, and it didn't really get hurt, but he got banged up pretty good. He was supposed to come out to the campsite and hang out with us, but he couldn't. Like I said, he got banged up, but I got to talk to him on the phone. But I was always a big diehard Dale Jr. fan. That's why I got the Mountain Dew shirt on right now, because I love Dale Jr. Brad's a good driver. I just hate Kyle Busch. And what kills me about Brad is he's a damn good driver, man. He's got some of the best potential in the world and shows it every day on that track. He can drive a damn car. I just wish he wouldn't be such a sissy. But a damn good driver. Damn good driver. No, Dale was never his dad. He never was. But I'll tell you the truth. Dale Jr. won 2 Daytona 500s, and Dale Jr. won over 40-something races. There's a difference between when Dale drove and Earnhardt drove. It's just like Bill Elliott. Back then, when Earnhardt drove and Bill Elliott and all them, they could do anything to them cars. Nowadays, it's all fucking stock. Everybody has the same shit. If you have the money, like Hendricks, Penske, Stewart-Haas, and all of them, they all have the same amount of money. That's why Kurt Busch is winning now. But I like Brad. Because I like his Miller Lite car. I like drinking Miller Lite. My dad's a Stewart fan. Yeah, I know who Kyle Busch is, number 18. I seen that son of a gun flip 6 times at a Talladega race and a nationwide race. I hate Kyle Busch. But he's a hell of a driver. He is a hell of a driver. Just like Carl Edwards. Carl Edwards is a hell of a driver. Dale Sr., but they didn't call him the Intimidator for nothing. I mean, when he was out there racing, it's not like, back in the day, Trail Dog, if I can ask how old you are, if not, sorry, no disrespect, but Dale Jr. was an Intimidator. If you were in his way, he's going to put you in the wall, and that's the way NASCAR should be. Nowadays, you just got a bunch of sissies out there racing. 50. Okay, so Yeah, Teresa. Kyle D-Bag Bush is number 18. Eminem's car. I think Skittles sponsors him, and somebody else. I'm not on. Nos energy drink sponsor, or used to. I ain't got to watch much of. I ain't watched much of NASCAR lately. Like I said, but after Dale Jr., I'll tell you, I was a grown man crying the last time he won the Daytona 500. NASCAR was a big, when my grandfather was living, NASCAR was a big part of my life, and me and my grandfather spent a lot of time together watching the race. And he used to bitch at me and cuss at me. He like, that damn, every time I take Dale Jr., he don't do shit. That damn motherfucker Dale Jr. I'm like, please don't take him, because every time he took him, Dale Jr. would crash out or lose. I mean, be finishing 25th. I never did get to see. I always heard that, which I'm not seeing nothing. I always thought that Dale Sr. was good to his fans, like his son was, because Dale Jr. was really nice to his fans. I don't know, Trail Dog. I mean, I remember Dale Sr. died in 2001. I was in 7th grade. He died in February of the Daytona 500. Yeah, so I was going into I was in the 6th grade when he died. So I don't know, but I always Dale Jr. has always been good to his fans. When I was at Talladega a few years ago when he won, it was amazing. That's how. But hey, Trail Dog. That's how Dale Sr. died. He was blocking for Dale Jr. Michael Waltrip won that race, which Dale Jr. or Dale Sr. did not. He owned his own team, which was DEI, Dale Earnhardt Incorporated, but he was still racing for Childress Racing. But he was blocking because Michael Waltrip won the race. Dale Jr. finished second. He was blocking for them, and then he gets spun into the wall. But Dale Sr. didn't wear he had an open face. He did not wear the same safety gear, which changed NASCAR a ton, because he didn't wear that, and then he died. And they said it was horrible. But he died what he loved doing. I was young when Dale Sr. was racing. Chase Elliott and Bill Elliott live in. His nickname was Awesome Bill from Dawsonville, which that's about 40 minutes from where I live in Georgia, where they're from. When Chase won that road course race, oh my God, them people partied like hell. Oh no, Dale Jr. would talk about that too, because you know why? Because when Dale Jr. was coming onto the scene, oh no, Teresa, no. I mean, everybody has their own, and there's a lot of people that didn't like Dale Sr. There's a lot of people, that didn't like Bill Elliott. There's a lot of people that don't. I mean, it's your preference. I mean, it's your opinion. But when Dale Jr. was coming on the scene and Sr. was putting that much money into this NASCAR team, and Dale Sr. wanted Jr. to be better than Gordon. And I've been a diehard Dale Jr. fan my whole life. Dale Jr. was good, but he was never Jeff Gordon. And you can go back on old videos and look, and Dale Sr. say, I got a boy coming up that he is going to rock Jeff Gordon's ass. And Jeff Gordon is probably the best NASCAR driver in the modern era, other than, I mean, him and Jimmy Johnson, Dale Sr., Richard Petty, than anybody else. Hold on a second. I'm reading. Dale got mad because he never told him about Jeff. What do you mean about Jeff, Trail Dog? Just asking. Sorry, I'm just having a conversation, not trying, just having a debate, friendly debate. Jeff, his half brother, you mean Kerry? Kerry Earnhardt's his half brother, and you got his sister Teresa and a couple of younger ones. Jeffrey Earnhardt races for, as Kerry's son, he races for like a no-name team where they just go out there and make laps. But that's why Dale Jr., DEI would still be living to this day if Teresa would have sold Jr. the 52% of the company that he wanted, something that his father built, and Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s wife, Teresa, ran it into the ground. That's why Jr. went to Hendricks and made Rick Hendricks millions of dollars. I don't know. Trail Dog, is it Jeff Earnhardt? Because I know Jeffrey Earnhardt races, and it's Dale Jr.'s nephew or cousin. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. If you could inform me on that, I'm open to learning new things. Believe me. Are you sure it's not Kerry Earnhardt's boy, Dale Jr.'s older brother? That he looks a lot like. It's not. It's the same mama from Dale Jr. I think. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. I will have to do my research and look it up. But Kerry Earnhardt, I think, is Jeffrey Earnhardt's dad. And I understand what you're saying. I don't know if they get along, because it's Junior's nephew. Oh, okay. Okay. So you're saying Earnhardt Sr. had three different women, because Kelly and Junior are born from the same mama, and then they have a younger daughter from Teresa, which was one that after Senior died that she ran DEI into the ground. Okay, yeah, I need to look into that. I need to get caught back up on it. I didn't know that, but hey, that's great. I'm glad that you could tell me about it. But yeah, I don't know if you've ever seen Jeffrey Earnhardt. Every time you look at the NASCAR race, he's usually about 20 or 30 laps down and running. But Junior, that's what I was saying. They must not get along, because you would think, like, that's being Junior's family. Junior would put him one of his nationwide cards, which is one of the top nationwide cards. But no, you don't ever hear nothing about that. You're exactly right. I can see that. I can understand that. You never hear about Kerry Earnhardt. Only thing you did when Dale Jr. won his last Daytona 500, you seen Teresa sitting up there in the box with him. But you never hear about any other of the family. You don't hear about not Teresa, I'm sorry, Kelly Earnhardt, his sister. You don't hear about Teresa. You don't hear about none of them. I'm reading your thing right here. Junior respected his father, but had outs when he was growing up. Yeah, I can see that, but You know when there's a good thing that you can watch on YouTube. Dale Jr. talking about when he was a kid, when Kelly was racing, not in NASCAR, but midget cars and stuff like that. Dale Jr. was working at his dad's Chevy dealership and got fired, and drove home and told Dale Sr. My sister went to sell your NASCAR. Okay. But when Dale Jr. got home, he said he fired me. Senior looked at Junior and said, "That SOB really fired you?" He said, "Get your ass back up there." And so he went back up there, and then Senior come up to his car dealership and gave Junior a job working on Kelly's cars. And Junior's like, "Hell yeah, dude, I get to work on cars and all this and don't have to worry about anything else." He did. You're exactly right. He, Trail Dog, he did live in a trailer, because I seen that. And the reason why I know that is because it was on MTV. MTV Cribs years ago. And then he tore that trailer down and built his damn house. I used to, sorry y'all. I used to live for NASCAR, man. I used to want to be at every race I could go to. I was there. My mom and them one year gave me 4 tickets to the Daytona 500, man. And it was a Daytona 500. Jamie McMurray won. And it's where the track kept coming up. Right there going out of turn 1, going into turn 2. And it had a big pothole. So the race started at 1 and it didn't end till about 11 o'clock that night. And we sat there all day. I love that, man. My grandfather would call me. He said, "Hey." I'm like, "Yes, sir." He said, "Got you some tickets to Atlanta. You want to go?" I'll be right down there to get them. And we go down there and party and have a good time with me and my bunch of stupid friends. But yeah, I can see what you're saying. Let me see here. I gotta see the messages. Trail Dog. But yeah, like I was saying, man, I don't mean to keep y'all, but thank y'all so much, Teresa and Trail Dog. Got to go to the first Atlanta race with my grandfather when we got to do the my sister got Dale Jr.'s NASCAR. What are you, Teresa? You're full of shit. I got to go to the first race, Trail Dog, with at Atlanta Motor Speedways. We went through. My grandfather was a car salesman when he retired from Frito-Lay. We both worked at a Chevy dealership, which is part of our family here in Georgia that owns this big Chevy dealership. So we would get free tickets and we get to go hang out in the General Motors tent. We got to drive the trucks around for driver introductions. And I was like, my grandfather, he was so happy to get to pull the number, because you had to like draw out of a hat to see who you got. And I was like, God have mercy. My grandfather going to draw some of the biggest douchebags in NASCAR. And he drew Dario Franchitti and Denny Hamlin. But we got to drive the damn Chevy Silverados around Atlanta Motor Speedway and had Denny Hamlin and Dario Franchitti in the back. I knew that was going to happen. My sister's got it for sale in box. What does she have for sale in box, Teresa? Because I have the 1996 Olympic car for Dale Sr., number 3, with the American flag and all that. Then I got the Daytona 500 88 crystal glass car that Dale Jr. won in with the confetti on it. But I'm curious. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm curious of what your sister has for sale because I might want to check it out because. Yeah, that's what I'm asking, Trail Dog. Hey, Trail Dog, you want to see something? I'll show it to you real quick. You want to see it? I'll show you what I'm talking about. Just say yay or nay, and I'll show you the. All right. Hold on one second. I'm gonna sit y'all right here because I got my phone on. I'm gonna put my phone back on the charger. I'll be right back, Trail Dog. Y'all don't go nowhere. Come on, girl. Hey, y'all. Trail, you still there, brother? Let me know. Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you this. All right. I couldn't find. I don't know. My grandmother. We had the Olympic car. I don't know what she did with it. I'll show you tomorrow when I go on live stream after you get done. But check this out. Can you see that right there? It said right here on there. It said Dale, narrated by Paul Newman. My grandfather got this from his retirement party from Frito-Lay. And dude, this is the DVD and everything. You got RCR stuff here. Let me see here. I'm gonna turn y'all around. RCR and everything. This is sitting on our mantle. I wish I had my other stuff, but yeah, dude, this is all like. I mean, you see RCR, Richard Childress Racing, and there's a book. Yeah, we live for NASCAR around here. And dirt tracks and all that stuff. And that's how, like I said, I know a bunch of people didn't like Dale Sr. Trail Dog, you talking about Paul Newman? If so, I agree. Teresa, are you still here? I love Paul Newman, especially in the movie Color of Money with Tom Cruise. He's a damn good actor and a damn good narrator. Kind of like he wasn't as good as Morgan Freeman, but he was there just like with this video. I've never even watched this video. We don't even have a DVD player anymore. I mean, hey, Paul Newman. You ever seen Color of Money, Trail Dog? I will find that damn Olympic diecast car. I can imagine. It's a great movie. If I can find that Olympic diecast car, I'll show you tomorrow. But I'm gonna get off here and let y'all lovely people go to bed. And y'all are great. thank you so much for saying, Trail Dog. You're awesome, man. I'm gonna, like I said, I subscribe to you and I turned on your notifications. I can't wait to see more of them damn UFO lights because there's something going on. Hold on. No, I don't. Northern. No, watching on TV. My mom went before Dale Jr. Teresa, Dale Jr. ain't dead. Dale Sr. passed away. He died at the 2001 Daytona 500. Dale Jr. still living. He had to retire because of all the concussions. But again, thank you, Trail Dog. You're awesome. Like I said, hey, Trail Dog, one more thing. If you're still here, I need to tell you something. If you're still here, let me know. I want you to check something out. You like ghost stories and stuff like that? I was going to say it earlier, but I forgot about it. And I mentioned it, but I didn't get to say. There's a bunch of crazy stuff. Hell, it freaked me out last night when I was listening to it. Hold on one second. Let me look this up real quick. I'll be right back. All right, I'm here. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I can pause this. You'll see it. There's a guy. He's a great storyteller. People send him stories to tell. All you got to do is type in. The one I listened to last night was like 53 minutes long, and it's 5 disturbing tales of truck stops. And there's all different kinds of them. And it's people that sit in here and they'll give the name and they're allegedly true. But this dude, his voice, I remember it. His name is Darkness Prevails. Check it out. If you're laying in bed, just play it on your phone. Like I said, it freaked me the hell out last night. I damn turned it off. Because it's crazy. And it's just people sending in random stories, and he tells them, and his voice is, the way he tells it, he's creepy as hell. But all right, y'all, I'm getting off here. Y'all have a great night. And like I said, Trail Dog, any more alien sightings, you let me know. I'm going to be there and check that shit out. I will. Damn, that stuff's crazy. Because I know there's more going on in this universe than what you caught on camera. Dude, that could go viral. If everybody share, I know there's only 2 people here, but I'm going to get everybody to try to share your video tomorrow to get it to go viral. Because there's something going on. There is. There's no way that I've never seen nothing in the sky that, went from 1 to 2 to 4. It's crazy. But, good night, y'all. I'm out. TTYL.